Hey everyone, and happy Monday. I am actually pretty excited about this live stream, mostly because I've put together like a really fun, just kind of like combination of, kind of different items and just like really fun, affordable ideas and all of that good stuff. So as I'm going through it, if you have any questions, let me know. These are all like under $25 finds. A lot of them, honestly, I think are under 20. I just wanted a like easy to round to number. So if you've never tuned into one of these, hi, I'm Ashley. And this is Swift Wellness. So if you're not following, you really should be. I had one yesterday that was all kind of deals based, and then today I'm just doing one, like I said, that's gifts, and then tomorrow there is one scheduled for kind of like organization and storage and spring cleaning and all of that good stuff. So I'm gonna go like right into it because I feel like a bunch of different items to share. A lot of these are like kind of more like fashion and beauty. Some of them are on deal, some of them are not. So let's start with my fun little scalp massager, which I think a lot of these could be kind of like put together as a kind of self-care basket. Y'all have heard me talk about self-care so much, and that's pretty much like obviously what our name is, right? So in this case, these scalp massagers are really great for like both a massage, but I also really like them for anybody who's trying to like stimulate your scalp, have a little bit healthier of a scalp, because it's going to give yourself that massage. And it's also another really good way to kind of work into your hair like a deep conditioner. You could add like oils and different things to it if you're working on hydration or the health of your hair. So it has a little kind of like finger clip, I guess you could call it, that goes right here. It goes right in between your fingers, so you can palm this pretty easily. And then, like I mentioned, if you wanted to add, kind of any deep conditioner, any shampoo, any, other type of lotion, etc., you can pour it just right here in the center. And then these are very soft little silicone bristles. And you're going to be able to take it and you're just going to work in circular motions kind of around the scalp. Honestly, this feels like really good as just a, kind of a massage, like really relaxing. If somebody that has, migraines or things like that, I feel like a massage really helps kind of with that, tension relief, all of that good stuff. But really affordable too. I've shared one that's a little bit similar, but it's more for like your body. This one is definitely kind of more for your scalp, and it's just a really good option to kind of massage, like I said, massage all of that away. Also great for a back massage, as Yogi said. You really can use this across, all of the skin if you want to do arms, shoulders, etc. Doesn't have to be your scalp, but that's definitely what this works for really well. And I've always shared in the past that this is also kind of great for if you have extensions or you need to kind of get down into the scalp and your fingers can't get in there. If you have like I said, any kind of like wig or weave or extensions that are kind of sewn in, all of this will really help kind of massage that product in there as well. So really great little option, and like I said, super, super affordable. This is like under 10 today. And then I did see that these were on deal today, and these are probably, I share like fashion frequently, but of all the fashion things that I've shared, I feel like these are probably one of the most popular items. And I think it's because they fit like a large, wide range of bodies. So let me pull up so you can see. So of course I do have the, my girlfriend loves these. So I do have the video playing so you can kind of see how these look. I personally really like this Pinspark brand for a couple of reasons. One, as you can see, they are high-waisted. They do come up a little bit higher. But in terms of fit and size, I feel like these have such a great range of, obviously, sizes and fits, because you can get two different inseams. You could do a petite inseam, which I believe is 26, and then you could also do a taller inseam as well. So if you are somebody who has longer legs, that is not me, you can do the 31-inch inseam, or like I said, if you're more on the petite side, you can do the 29. I was wrong, it's 29. And then in terms of size, they also range from extra small all the way up to 3X. So definitely a really large size range, so you can kind of get your normal size as well. So let me kind of give you a little bit closer look. As you can see in the video, they do have pockets. Let's see here so you can see on either side. So you have two really stretchy pockets, that high waist here, you can see. And then also, if you get really close, you can kind of see there's like a ribbed detailing on it. So this is like a much thicker fabric, like here. So you can really see super stretchy. So it's very flattering, but that ribbed texture kind of almost like helps smooth out the kind of material. So if you are someone who doesn't like to show your hips or, you know, around your thighs or anything like that, this material is so thick, it's really flattering. And then of course these are flares, so that like yoga pants have kind of like come back into style. They call them yoga pants now, flare leggings, what have you. But unbelievably comfortable, and like I said, I think these have been one of the most popular items that I've shared in terms of like just pure fashion clothing options and items. But lots of different colors also. This is the dark navy blue, as you can see, but there are like pinks, blacks, and different kind of colors there, yellows, greens, etc. So in this, I also want to point out, I personally am not someone who works out in like the flared version. I like just kind of the fitted leggings. But if you are squat proof, very sweat proof, they just are a really good all around workout legging too. But obviously wear them casual, you know, or wherever you're headed to. So I did see that these ones were on deal today. So if you're looking for a seriously great pair of leggings, any of those colors, I really like this kind of dark reddish purple too. I think that one is a really good one. I think they're all on deal today, so they're all at that $20. So like I mentioned, I love a good pair of sweatpants, yes. And like I mentioned too, pretty much all of these, I think only like one item is over 20 anyway. So if you're like, you know, looking at it, it's like even better. So I have the hiccups too today, so I'm gonna just like keep moving forward a little bit today, because sometimes I get very distracted with a lot of chatting. So let me take this video down and let's kind of switch over to some of the beauty products. So like I said, this is very much kind of in line with that basket as well, in that self-care beauty, kind of like lotions and creams. And I have different scrubs and stuff in here today. Thanks, Michelle. Yesterday's was really long and my voice started to kind of give out. So today I'm going to try to avoid that. Hey, Richard, hello also. I have Monster energy drink today. I just definitely probably got myself a cold while I was gone, so we're here for that. So switching over, I know that this probably like sounds like a really kind of weird, kind of tool to like give somebody as a gift, but bear with me because like I said, you could kind of do these all in like a bundle. You could kind of think about like combining a bunch, but I did have a request from someone. I have shared these in the past, like sharing the Dermaplaning tools. So these are from Kitsch, and there are tons and tons of different versions of these, but I do also think that they're just super, super affordable. So that's why I kind of like recommend or share these. So no, these aren't razors, and like no, these aren't like, hey, go shave yourself. These are like a little tiny razor. Like you really, like you can cut yourself. You just have to like try a little bit harder. But what you would use these for is you would use these to shave off all of the tiny like peach fuzz on your skin and on your face. So I'm not talking about like shaving. I'm not trying to suggest that you like tell somebody they need to shave. The reason you would use something like this, and I'm going to use it so hopefully you can see it in the video and see if you can kind of see it up close. But one thing that works really well for using these is if you are using a lotion, a serum, anything like that, if you are a little bit closer to the skin and you don't have that kind of little peach fuzz, it will absorb and it will sink in even better than just using it on your face alone. So hopefully this works and I can do this like in the camera, but you're going to come from the outsides of your face and you're going to come down. This is a razor, so you do want to be careful. It is like kind of easy to use, but let's see if I can do this. I really should have used it I can usually do it really well from like one side. So you're just gonna take like a little kind of like little small motions here. I'm doing it in my monitor. See if you can like see the like peach fuzz that kind of comes off of it. So it's like that little tiny, I haven't done this in a while, so you can kind of see. So this is that little really soft, almost like not noticeable fuzz that would come off here. And like I do have some blush. I don't usually use foundation, so I can use it kind of along my chin line to show you guys. I don't want to really like razor off my blush as we're talking, but if I'm using it here, like I said, just really small little will kind of give you that little fuzz. So it's much easier for me to do it when I'm in the mirror, and I always have like one I can usually do this side, I think, better than the other side. For men's fine line beard trims, I don't know. I think if you had really thick, like this is very much meant for that super fine kind of fuzzy hair on your skin. So I wouldn't recommend using it for like a razor because I don't think it's going to be strong enough. But like I said, you do definitely want to use like a really good moisturizer afterwards, and I would also recommend doing this like right out of the shower, just so that you're not rougher on the skin and it's a little bit more gentle. But because it is pulling off that dry skin, that peach fuzz, that light, then I would definitely use like a thick, heavy kind of moisturizer. So that is my kind of PSA if you're looking to kind of use one of these yourself. So combining that kind of into that self-care, I did want to share this lip treatment. So these two are by Hannah Lee. So these are actually made in Hawaii. These are like cruelty-free. They're like paraben-free, so they're very, very clean. They're made in the United. Oh, see, there you go. Use for the back of your neck. Yeah, so that would be a good use for these, like that fine hair right at the nape of your neck. That would be a good use for sure. So this is another one of those companies that I've shared recently that are made in the United States. And this specifically does come in a few different colors. It is a lip treatment. So mine is the clear, but if you want ones that are going to be a little bit more soft, a little bit more moisturizing, but you want that like tint and that color, they have like rose pink, think like some darker colors too if you have darker skin tone. And then this is the full size. This is the 15 grams, so half an ounce or so. There is a smaller version that's more travel size. But this is going to be a really good option if you're somebody who gets really, really dry lips, especially if you're traveling in the winter, etc. So this does have a Hawaiian kind of like nut oil in it, but it also has like vitamins A and C. And then, like I mentioned to you guys earlier, it does also have vitamin E in it. So like yesterday we talked about really good vitamins for your skin, and vitamin E is probably like one of the best for that. Hello, John Mark. Hello. And so really, really good for kind of dry lips. There is also shea butter in it, which is also very moisturizing, very nourishing. And I'm gonna put a little bit on my finger so that you can see. It is in like an oil kind of form, but you could just use the little spout here, and you're just going to apply it. I'm using my finger so I can talk. To your lips, and then that's going to be a really good option, like I said, for night time. You could wear it all day, and it has the slightest kind of like, I would say like vanilla scent to it. And also I put way too much on, so the tiniest little bit is going to go the longest way. So this will last. This way will last a really, really long time, and is so good for hydration. So if you're like me and you travel a lot, I would highly recommend putting this in your bag, especially if you're somewhere in the colder temperatures where you are more prone, for example, to chapped lips, to dry lips. And then of course, really, really great company, made in the US, made in Hawaii. So really, it smells really good too, but a really good kind of moisturizing lip, I guess you could call it a balm, but they call it a lip treatment. And like I said, I do have clear, but there are tinted colors if you're interested in like having a little bit of color as well. So, and just, it is a little bit sticky, but it is not meant to be like a kind of like more of a matte, right? It is a little bit more of a gloss. Hey, Jessica, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. And JC, hello. So while we're talking about kind of like lip products, so this is of course going to be more of like a treatment. You can leave this on. I like to use it on overnight, or like if you're going on a plane or something like that. But they also do have a lip scrub. So the difference, of course, is with the scrub, do they have different flavors like coconut? It has that kind of vanilla coconutty smell to it, but no, they're not like, you don't want to eat them. That's for sure. It's going to be really sticky on my lips now. For the rest of the stream. So Kathy says, could you use under a lip color? I would honestly use it like over a lip color because it has that kind of like glossiness. So I would use like your color underneath and then kind of use this and then like use it to like seal in all of the moisture for something like a gloss or something like that. So, but this is definitely very glossy on its own. So if you were using like a matte color or a lip stain, this would go on top for sure. So, but if you want something that's more of a scrub, like I mentioned, and you want something that's going to be more of an exfoliator, you get that really dry skin, this could be kind of like a 1-2 combination, or they could be used separately. Same thing, same nut oil kind of formula, I guess you could say. And then this one, however, is more for that dead skin, dry skin on your lips. And it's a sugar scrub. So I kind of keep this little guy on here, and it's like more of a balm as opposed to this, which is more of a gloss. So you're just using this anytime. Again, I like it at night, but you would want to use this separate from your lip color or your lip gloss or whichever, because you are using that sugar to kind of like very naturally using that physical exfoliation to give your like lips that softer, kind of like more supple feel, as opposed to something like this that you would wear. Keep showing it backwards. Something like this that you would wear kind of throughout the day. This is more of that use it treatment, and then just kind of like gently like wipe it away in part of your kind of like a daily skincare routine, for example. But these both smell really good. The lip scrub has a little bit more of a lemon smell, like really, really faint. The lip treatment or gloss is definitely more like vanilla smelling. I think they both smell good. I like this though a little bit better if you're if you're like looking kind of back and forth. Also want to share this eye cream, which I've started using. Hey Rogelio, I probably butchered that, but hello, thank you for the follow. So kind of adding to the last couple little beauty ideas, kind of add to a gift idea for someone. This is the eye cream from Liliana that I have started using. First and foremost, this thing is huge. It's 1.7 ounces, so it's really big, really great kind of like moisturizing eye cream. And it is also on deal today. I did notice that. Obviously, of course, if you're watching live, it's about 10% off today, and this is the larger one, but there is a 1 ounce, a half ounce, and I think you can get this in a pack of 2 also. So first, like I said, it is big. So yeah, it is like, I think it's like $20 today with the deal and the discount. But, oh, Michelle, the eye cream or the stuff from Hannah Lee, I think it's Hannah Lay, because it would be like a lay. The stuff is so good. So it's really, really affordable. If I have a coconut body lotion, I'll look for that. Ooh, yeah, it's so good. You'll have to let me know. Send me a message and let me know if you like it. Chase, hello. So one of the reasons that I like this is sometimes like eye creams, for example, will come in something that's a little bit smaller, like this like not even quite an ounce. So this is like double that, right? So it's definitely a lot of product, which is great. If you're somebody who, like myself, I use this pretty much every day. So Annie says, what is the product for dark circles? So this is going to be just a really great moisturizer. This does work well for your under eyes, for that kind of like dryness, fine lines, those wrinkles. And this will help with dark circles in the sense that it does help kind of moisturize and also helps you really get that kind of hydration. And so the more hydration that you have on your under eyes, the less you're going to have that really puffiness, those kind of like bags under your eyes, things like that. If you have really, really like dark circles because of hollowness or kind of just pigmentation, something like a eye cream isn't going to kind of help with that because that's really just hard to use any kind of product for. But I do like using this little eye cream. And then what I would suggest is, I've shared kind of before, is like using like a cold roller or my under eye patches and letting those sit. And then that'll kind of like double team and kind of help reduce those kind of dark circles, puffiness, those fine lines, those wrinkles, things like that. So much of the fine lines and wrinkles really are brought on by dryness on your under eyes. And so just simply adding that moisture will really help with that as well. So there's like no miracle cream, unfortunately, but you can do that. So hopefully that helps a little bit for you, Annie. Let me, one hand typing. I love it. So let me get you a little bit closer here as well. Okay, so this is, like I mentioned, that thicker cream. This is also another one of those kind of like low sulfates, parabens, right? Doesn't have any of those crow's feet and those fine lines. Was going to kind of really be helped by that without having to use any kind of like chemicals or any kind of like anything that's used on animals, etc. So very clean, very non-toxic eye cream that's also super affordable because it comes in that really kind of like large package too. So if you don't want that much, I totally get it. You can obviously all do something a little bit smaller as well. There are other options. So also I do want to hop forward really quickly because I did also see that my wall charger, because I was looking at the deals today, is also on deal. So this is probably one of my absolute favorite things that I ever share. I'm just hopping forward to this one since I saw that it was on the deal. It's that 50% off. It's under 10. You will see me share this over and over again. And yes, it might be a little weird as a gift idea, but I do think it would work really well in combination with other things. Again, if you're looking for electronics, if you're looking for upgrading their home, their dorm, anything like that. In this case, this is my preferred one that I share most frequently because it goes directly over that faceplate. So it sits so flush against the wall. So if you've used other ones of these and you hate them because they pull off, they're heavy, they don't stay connected really well, this is the one for you because it really will hug everything onto the wall. So I know this is not a stream from me if it is not. It does not have one of these, but they're super affordable, and I have to share it only because I love these so much that I have them, a ton of them. But it also does have your converting ports here. So you have your 3 USBs and your 1 USB-C, as well as 5 of those kind of standard AC outlets also. So definitely one of those items I will share over and over again because they are perfect for using it for things like that. And so if you're thinking about getting anyone on your list, like an electronic or, something that could update their home or their office or bathroom, for example, these are going to be the one that I would suggest. So don't mind me as I share that over and over again. So yeah, it's just going to happen. Okay, let me go back then because we can skip back to these hair scrunchies. This just kind of finishes out our hair and beauty and kind of skincare section. You have seen me share probably 1,000 trillion million times my satin pillowcases. So the reason I always share those is because they are great for your hair, prevents breakage and split ends and kind of any damage that would get done to your hair when you sleep, when you roll your head, when you move around. So these are going to work in the exact same way, kind of bringing it back to the scrunchie, right? And these are going to work to protect your hair in exactly the same way. You're able to put it up into a bun or a ponytail, and you don't have those hair ties that do kind of snag and pull on your hair. They do also come, they're under 10 today. There's also a 10% off coupon. And they do have your traditional kind of elastic on the inside, but then they also have that super soft satin here on the outside. So plenty of stretch in there. Let's go. Oops. There we go. I'm moving like this. I'm moving this window around. And like all of y'all know, I love my kind of like basics. So there's like the darker brown, there's kind of like the lighter pink. And so you could easily take one of these and you could put it into like a basket of little goodies. This is also by the same brand who makes the Dermaplaning razors that I shared. So you could kind of put that in a basket, or the satin hair ties, little scrunchies, are great to kind of pull your hair back if you're doing your nighttime skincare. So your under eye cream, your lip scrubs, your lip treatments, etc. Thank you, Richard. These are fun, cute gift ideas, I have to say. So you can definitely kind of like bundle those two things together and make like a really cute little gift idea. Very, very inexpensive, like super affordable. Like I said, they do go in that under $10. So I like under 25, but I like under 10 even better. So what can I say? All right, let's go over to something that probably feels like a little weird to kind of also put into a stream for gift ideas, but bear with me. So as a runner, I all the time, anytime you talk to any runners, you have probably heard us talk about like chafing, whether that's like on your inner thighs or that's around kind of like your waistband where your shorts run, on the side, under the arms, especially if you're sweating. The chafing is terrible. So bad. So this is like one of those kind of like gift ideas. This is from Happy Curves. This is an anti-chafe stick. So if you have someone like on your wish list or your gift list that is a runner or works out a lot, and you've heard them talk about chafing, you've heard them talk about rubbing or friction, or sometimes you'll hear people call it the chub rub. You don't even have to have chub for it to rub in between your legs, for example, when you're running. It's so annoying, I swear. So it works just like a deodorant stick. So anywhere that you do have that kind of skin on skin contact or skin on fabric content, you just twist this, like I said, like a deodorant stick, and you're just gonna like rub it on to your skin. So that's gonna help with the underarms, with, you know, like I said, butt, legs. If you have any sports bra straps that rub when you're running as well, this is going to help with that. So nothing is going to be perfect, but it's definitely a little tip. I'm like, I'm reading. Yogi says the majority of men call it the bat wing. See, there you go. It's definitely going to help. It's not a miracle cure, but I'm telling you, a chafe stick like this is something you'll find in literally every single runner's kind of, you know, workout bag, I guess you could say. And then this, of course, I've shared Happy Curves. I have their electric razor also. I like these just like a lot of the other kind of items that I do share as well, whether it's from like Hannah Lee or it's from Liliana, is that I like to find ingredients and share with you that are much more kind of all natural, much safer, like more chemical free. So this is another option as well if you're looking for that. And if you're wondering, there's no fragrance to it. So there is a $3 off coupon currently on the listing as well. So that'll take it down even $3 more as well. But I'm telling you, it smells good. It does have like a little bit of shea butter in it, but for the most part, it's like very fragrance free. I have used some in the past that have like minty smell, and it feels like Bengay, and it's kind of gross. So this is a good option to have with you. And I know also that it's pink. Guys can use it too. It's not just for women. Anyone can have that little bit of the what you say, the bat wing, the chub rub, the just chafing, the uncomfortableness of it all. Like we all have it. So a little bit of shea butter, coconut oils in here, even though it doesn't smell coconutty, aloe as well, is like very soothing on the skin. So Let me hop over to the next. So I feel like I want to skip to my Jungle Spoon really quickly, because it is on a lightning deal. So let's see, it is that what is it, 35% off today. So again, if you're watching, lightning deals are only limited time, and likely if you watch the stream later when it's been recorded, you aren't going to see those lightning deals. But I did want to skip forward because this is such a fun little gift idea for anyone who is a plant lover. Yes, you do want your curves to be happy. This is great for a plant lover who, of course, like you can see, it is a slotted spoon, so it works really well for like spaghetti, for example. But if you are using it, it does have kind of the holes here in the center, so it is going to be like a slotted spoon where it does have that drainage. And this is a plastic spoon. A lot of times I'll share like silicone and stuff like that, but it is also one that is heat resistant, so it would work. Goes in the dishwasher. I think it would be great for like garden parties and cute kind of little fun ideas like that. But you could scoop up potato salad, you could scoop up, you know, really anything. So I think it would be cute for, like I said, if you wanted like a jungle themed party, or you're just doing like an outdoor kind of spring get together. I think this is so fun. So I always share this, as I mentioned, because I think it's so fun. I'm still working on putting together a stream as well for plant lovers. Just give it time. I am not like keeping it hidden by any means, but they have so many cute things. I've definitely shared a bunch of those items as well. They're all super cute, but yeah, so before that ran out today, I did want to share that one more time. It is that, let's see, it's under 15. It looks like there's about 5.5 hours left on this the deal. So again, if you are tuning in later, it's probably going to be gone. So I apologize. So hopping back to one of these totes. This is a really fun little beach tote that I just found. It has these really thick kind of like rope bag handles. And so I think as like the like kind of upcoming spring, this is going to be perfect for like a beach bag or a pool bag, or basically anywhere that you might be headed on like a vacation, etc. Because it does have this like kind of like waterproof lining on the inside. So where you see the stripes, this is like a really thick kind of canvas, but where you see this like white kind of here on the inside, this is actually a little bit coated, so this is going to be really good for you know, putting in like wet items. Michelle said snacks. You could do something like that because this is coated, so it's going to be more of a water resistant bag. And then, of course, this really like heavy material on this outside is going to be really great for kind of like being sandproof as well. So on here, I want to show you these big, very like seasonal, I feel like, big twisted kind of like bag straps. These are really thick kind of like soft cotton fibers, so it's not scratchy like sometimes like rope can be. These are really soft cotton, and then you can see that they're knotted here on the inside. And then on the side, I was already playing with this, there are little pockets, so a little bit of extra storage here on either side. And then of course tons and tons and tons of room. This is by Brook and Bay, so I just like found them. If you're not a fan of this kind of like I don't know, it's like a sunset hippie kind of vibe. They do have some that are a little bit more neutral. There's like a really cute like yellow and white stripe. There's a very nautical like black and white stripe as well. But I like a little bit of color here in my bags. So if you were thinking about a gift idea, I think this is the one thing that breaks my over $20 mold today. This is going to be a really cute little option to put a few of the other items in the stream, like in. Specifically, I feel like, see, exactly, like if you have the worst, yes, I totally get that very much. So that's, I mean, I feel like that kind of feeling of kind of like friction and like rubbing and all of that type of stuff is really more common in any time you're in those like really sweaty environments and the like. So yeah. Ugh. So let me skip ahead to this simple modern mug because I feel like it matches along with our beach bag, pool bag, snack bag, as we were calling it. So Simple Modern makes these really cool tumblers, and this one specifically has this like orange sherbet color, and it has very much kind of matches with this bag. So I took the lid off because I wanted to show you, look at that matching color today. So I wanted to show you this simply because I do really feel like it matches well. But I do also really like the kind of more like the thinner, smaller, kind of like a skinnier version of these insulated mugs because I feel like they more frequently fit in the kind of cup holders of your car. So I did also take the lid off because I wanted to show you that I like that the Simple Modern ones come with both a lid for a straw. So hey, Haley, thank you for the follow. So I like that these come with a lid that would work for a straw, and it does come with two of these plastic straws. But then if you're someone who drinks coffee or doesn't like a straw, then you also have the lid as well. So this is just going to be that pop top lid. The straw will still fit through here if you want to use this lid instead. You can use both of them, but these are both leak-proof lids as well. And then this is an insulated tumbler. So this specific one I have is the 24 ounce. And this is the color apricot. So even it looks very orange, and this is like more of like a true color. Think of like orange sherbet. But in the picture it looks a little bit more pink, but it's definitely much more orange in person. So these are super insulated. These are also a double walled like stainless steel mug, so they're super durable. And if you're putting something in here that's like cold, for example, we're talking like 24 ounces that it will stay cold for. And the same thing goes, it will stay warmer, but something warm never stays like as hot as long as something can stay cold. But these are a really great option, whether it's hot or it's cold. And of course, because these are stainless steel, these are dishwasher safe. So it does have that matte finish. If you're somebody who does like Cricut designs, or you like to make your own or customize your own mug, this does have a like matte finish, so I do think that this would stick well if you wanted to put something like a sticker, an applique or something like that on here. But these are such a cute little fun idea, whether you like, I'm going to switch it to the straw. So once you switch over, and just because I have that, there we go, little silicone here too, so this prevents it from being leaking here too, so keep it completely like spill proof. But these two things obviously match, and they're super cute as a gift idea kind of together. But there is also like 25 different kind of colors of this as well. So if you're not a fan of this orange, there's like pinks, there's blues, there's grays, all of that. really, really cute kind of ideas as well. So wanted to share that. This is another one of, I guess this is the other item that did kind of break my over, or like over 20. I think this is the only other one, but really, really cute little gift idea as well. So, hey, Kathy. It's Blue Moon though. I know, nothing's as good as Blue Moon at all. So I do like sherbet though. Orange sherbet goes well in like punch too, while we're talking about all things like punch. All right. Also on here, I did share a couple kind of cute candle ideas as well. Okay, so I have two. So those of you who have tuned into these streams before know that I usually share what I feel like is like a very like more masculine like scent. And so I wanted to share two different versions. These are from Sweetwater Decor. And I also have like a couple other things from Sweetwater in here. And I just want to point out that if you're anything like me, I go down a rabbit hole with brands. So I found I found the journaling supplies first, but I found their candles, and then it's like you see the candles and then you want to try something else, and then you go into something else again. And so suddenly I ended up with like 4 or 5 things from Sweetwater. So that's why they're all in here, because they're all under 25. So hey, TQ, hello. So yes, these candles are good. So, yes, we can all agree that we could all use a really good candle all the time. So, like I mentioned, these are from Sweetwater. Most often I've like shared those like La Jolie Muse, but this is another soy candle that's also with one that has a really, really long burn time. And we're also kind of keeping in the trend of being like made in the USA today in terms of my gift ideas. So these smell good, and I'll kind of share the scents in a second, but this is can you see? Maybe not. So these have, there you go, this kind of cotton wick right here with that soy wax. So soy wax going to burn a little bit slower. And they do also have this like really, really kind of great fragrance that goes along with it, as well as having like that kind of like oils that are used in it are very non-toxic. The cotton is obviously not a what do you want to call it, like plastic wick or anything like that, so it'll burn more evenly and a little bit slower. So these are, how big are these? 9 ounces. So this is a 9-ounce candle, and then you can see they each have a little like sayings or little kind of like this one, for example, says like love you. This one is spa day. Some of them have this like text, and then some of these have like this script. They do come in a few different variations, and if you like the script, you can do the script, or if you like the text, you could, it's like reflecting, you could do the text as well. But these smell so good. So the love you is the one, let me highlight it really quick. The Love You candle is the one that I'm holding right now, which is probably a little bit more similar to the scents that I usually share. That's like, it says mahogany, lavender, and wood. It's very much more your masculine kind of scent. It has a little bit more of a sweetness probably than some of the other ones that I do share, but it smells really, really good for that. So definitely a little bit more kind of in line with, like I said, the scents I share. And these, of course, glass. So you can use this kind of like, almost looks like a, what's the word I want? There's, for the kind of like old school jars, they kind of have that tin lid. But you could very easily repurpose these when the wax does run out of the candle and just reuse them. I love sandalwood and anything that smells mannish. So the I Love You candle, definitely more of that masculine scent. This one, the Spa Day, which I'm going to highlight really quickly, is a little bit more I was trying to think of what it is. I actually really like this one. I usually don't like more like fruity, more floral scents. Like I like that kind of like, but this one, let me just say, is sea salt, jasmine, wood, and cream. And it has like a slightly like fruity-ish kind of like a floral scent to it, but it's not super like sticky sweet. It's not that kind of like perfumey scent. I kind of hate those, or really like potpourri or something like that. It definitely kind of smells like if you took like wood and vanilla and mixed it together and added like a little bit of like a floral scent to it. I wish that there was like Scent-O-Vision so that you could like smell this, because this one does smell really good too, and it's always really hard to find candles online because you can't smell them, you can't test them, you can't like kind of like share them. But this is definitely the Spa Day is a little bit more of that floral kind of candle, and then the Love You is much more like that kind of like not quite sandalwood like Michelle was saying, but a little bit more in that kind of cologne-esque scent. So either one of these, they're both like $20 today as well, and just a really cute, I think, gift idea. Since I was already talking about Sweetwater, and like I said, I just went down an absolute rabbit hole when I found, like, it started with this and then it moved on from there. But these are really cute notebooks. Those of you who've tuned in the past have seen me share notebooks, have seen me share like stationery, pens, markers, kind of all of that. And so I found these little cute kind of like ruled notebooks, journals, and they all say something a little bit different. So for this one, you can see it has this really thick kind of like canvas cover. So this is a 5x8 book, so this isn't super huge like the planners that I usually share, but it is also like a good size to toss in your bag. See, I have a theme today. See, you could easily kind of like toss it into your bag and go. You could put it in a backpack. You could put it into a purse. And then this is just a ruled notebook. So it's completely blank. Nothing's like written out for you. But you can see this is like a really thick book as well for your journal, right? So you definitely have lots and lots of space and lots of room to write. So it does say 100 pages. I feel like this feels like so much more than 100, but I like also this kind of like mid-range rule where it's not like wide rule, but it's like also not super thin, kind of like a college rule either, but you know, like big wide margins here. And of course mine says go for it. There are lots of other ones. There's some that say be mindful, which I really like. There's one that's kind of like a leather bound one that says notes. There's 1 line a day journals. There's so many cute ones. I literally, when I was trying to decide which one to pick today, I was like, ugh. So I went with green. When in doubt, go for green. But there are like 10 different ones that have different kind of like sayings on this cover. And as I mentioned, these are hard covers. And they're just a really nice material as well. Like, I really like the texture. It feels kind of like linen. I know. You know what, guys? I love my green. So that's, when in doubt, I chose green. Although I probably would have went next with Be Mindful, which I think is really cute also. It kind of is like a pastel-y kind of geometric shapes to it, but also very cute. So, because of course I went down that rabbit hole and decided that I needed to look at more kind of ideas and whatnot, they also make pens. So I was like, ooh, these like match, and I'm also like here for it. So I went with you go for it for the journal aspect, and then the pens come in like a set of 3. And they also will say different things on them. So like this let me use the not green. This is actually gray in person, but this one says make it happen, whereas this one says go for it. There you go. So it kind of matches with the, that's so cute. It matches with the journal. And they do have this like little gold clip here with this really thick kind of heavy cap. And then they're going to be a kind of like what I refer to as like a standard pen. I am not a fan. And then they also do go onto the top as well. So I'm not a fan of ink, like the fine tip, like ink pens. I like to have more of like that kind of thick tip pen. And then these are also black ink, in case you're wondering too. So they're really thick and kind of like a heavy, I'm just reading the chat, really thick, kind of heavy pen. They feel really nice. So as we're getting a little bit closer to, you know, like Easter or things like that, and if you're looking for like a small gift idea, this I think paired with like the journal is a really cute kind of inspiring idea. And the two together are just a little bit over 25 as well. So I think they're both 15. So like together the two would equal like 30. So if you're still trying to stay around that $25 range, you could easily do the set of like 3 pens and then also do a journal or like a notebook like this. So super cute. Definitely can color coordinate with the kind of like journal and kind of match it with different pens. Like for example, like I said, this one is much more muted, like the green with kind of like the brown and cream and gray. Whereas like the Be Mindful one, as I mentioned, the journal was like more pastel and the pens kind of match along with that too. So you could kind of like pick the corresponding pens to notebook kind of set. So super cute little gift idea. Like I said, very matchy today. I was like legitimately kind of trying to like think this through. Like, not that you would put your like chafe stick in with your bag. Oh no. But it does all kind of match. See? Look at me go today. Like, so I thought this through. So I'm going to set this down, as I mentioned, a really cute gift idea, either the journal on its own, or you could combine it with the matching pens. But those are all 4 of those things that I shared are from the brand Sweetwater Decor. Really cute. And like I said, I went down a rabbit hole when I was looking for different items to like share today. So this is why I can't be trusted to buy things online. Okay. So kind of last but not least, of course, is would I consider myself more of a camping or beach person? I do not like sand. I love the Oregon coast because it's more rock than it is sand. But I do also like, I would say camping. Definitely camping, but I do love the really moody Oregon coast, I would say. So, yes, I moderated it out for everybody, but so thank you, y'all. All right, let's see. I think this is the last thing that I had is another little gift idea. It's actually under 10 today. It's on a lightning deal. I should have maybe chatted about that earlier. But it is also a really great, really useful idea. And I really always like sharing this. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate it. Like I said, the message should get moderated. So I always like sharing items that y'all kind of jump in and then did share kind of like what you use it for and like how you use it and things like that. So this is I'm gonna like not drop it here. So this is a little stand that also has a handheld milk frother with it. So I have shared these before because I love them for coffee. So if you have somebody who loves their iced coffee and likes to mix in any kind of syrup, any kind of sugar, any kind of milk, hot cocoa, protein drinks, like anything like that. This works really well for kind of like mixing it together. And then it comes on a little stand that you could put in your coffee bar, you could put on your countertop, and it helps kind of protect this really thin kind of stainless steel arm that connects down here to the whisk. So if I kind of pull it up here, it does use a little single battery on the back, and it has a push button here at the top. So this is your tiny little frother. So this is the tiny little whisk. So when I press down on this top button, it's going to spin that little whisk. And you can put that then into your coffee, into your hot cocoa, mix up your protein shake. Those of you who have told me that you use it for like whisking up eggs, things like that. See, there you go, chopped eggs. It works really well for anything that's kind of more of a liquid, something that's a little bit thinner like that. You wouldn't want to use this to mix up batter or anything because it's not quite, it's a little bit too thick, I think, for that. But I also really like this as a tool for somebody who might have issues with like dexterity or might have like arthritis, for example, like, you know, grandma or something like that, because this is just a one button press. So you can press that single button down and it whisks without having to use that, you know, kind of like the manual whisk and using that wrist, which may be difficult for someone or just a little bit older, I guess you could say. And then in addition to all of that, these are really affordable, but I do like these kind of as a combination gift with something maybe more coffee themed. Yes, I have to press left-handed because my other thumb is messed up. See, there you go. It's obviously, you can obviously use whichever side, but definitely thumbs, fingers, wrists, anyone that has any kind of issue with that. If you have carpal tunnel, right, or you've broken an arm or something, right, you're using your opposite hand, who knows, whatever. But I think these are really affordable gifts to kind of put together, again, with some of the other items in the stream, and they're really, really affordable as well. So even if you're watching later and you don't catch this on a lightning deal, it's still like under 15, so it's still well under that kind of $25 mark of the stream kind of that I wanted to do today. So really cute little idea, but also really, really, really useful as well. So trying to like round out all of the items. I do think that was it. I think we managed to somehow chat about all of the things today. And of course, Richard, thank you. And everybody's like chatting in the chat today. Be on the lookout for Sasquatch. Yes. I used to make the best scrambled eggs because I got to whisk aerated. Yeah. So I think that that's definitely, if you struggle with like light, fluffy eggs, I would definitely say getting something like this or just having your own whisk, whichever, the aeration and getting that air into your mix is going to have that like lighter, fluffier batter too. In this case specifically, like there is, like if you're baking, there is a, you know, kind of diminishing returns where you can whip something too much. But for the most part, these are a really, really great kind of gift idea for, you know, so many different uses. Even like super useful, very I love that. Sasquatch was my original blanket hoodie. Very, very useful, even for a little gadget for a cook or a chef or anything like that too. So there's a lot of uses for that. So mashed potatoes are made best with a ricer. Very fascinating. I like that. So I think that we kind of hit everything in the stream today. I was kind of just going through all of the different items. Some of these, of course, do have deals on them today. So of course, if you're watching and you know, you don't see a deal, hopefully you tune in when we're live so that you can get any deals. And then of course, if I share any coupon codes, it'll be a live only deal as well. Of course, lots of items in here aren't on a deal today either, but they're all super cute little fun gift ideas for under $25. And Carla says, how many colors are there? Deb, wrong way. There we go. Great. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that. And of course, maybe you should have a Sasquatch live stream. Oh my goodness. I was like looking at that for like blanket hoodies, and I was like, I wonder if they do have a Sasquatch. I've never seen one. But yes, of course, Richard, thank you for tuning in, finishing out all of the details kind of with my stream, all of that like end of stream PSA. As if you aren't already, please press follow. You will get notified when I go live. You can also go over to my Amazon storefront. You can easily shop everything there. Hey Rome, hello. You can easily shop everything there. I am sharing all the time shoppable photos, shoppable videos, and idea lists of different items in my streams and the like. So definitely make sure to check that out. You can, of course, also go into my channel, watch all of the old streams that I have done, and shop from those as well. So you can also, if you're ever looking for a stream and you can't find it, feel free. You can always send me a message on Instagram if I check it. Michelle knows I'm trying to now post more often, but you can always send me a message. You can also always check out my YouTube channel. I'll be sharing things there as well. If you're looking for additional links for these videos, and you can't find it on my storefront. So I think that is it, and I will see everybody tomorrow. So just tune in. We're doing a storage and organization stream. So, and thank you, Michelle. I appreciate it. Like I said, these Amazon Live videos do get archived after, I think 60 days. So I've just been kind of trying to go through so that you don't lose those. You can always go back to my YouTube channel, and I'll be adding all the links there too, so that you don't miss those when they do expire on my storefront channel. So, all right, everybody, I will see you next time. So, bye. Oop, wrong one. Let's go this way.